Hello students, welcome in English class, and today we will start with the fourth poem, A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats. So this is a beautiful poem by John Keats. The theme of the poem lies in its very first line. A thing of beauty is joy forever. It means that natural things, beautiful things gives us happiness every time, gives us joy that never fades up with the passing of time. So now we will start its stanzas and explanation. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. So here the poet is saying that a thing of beauty means the natural things is a joy forever. It gives us happiness forever. The poet says that a beautiful object is always a source of joy. Its beauty increases with every glance of the onlooker. It never fades away into nothingness with the passage of time. It provides us a peaceful shelter and a sleep full of sweet dreams and healthy environment, and quiet means peaceful breathing, peace keeping our lives free from tensions. Quiet breathing means keeping our lives free from problems, tensions. It gives us joy. Therefore, on every morrow are we breathing a flowery band to wind us to the earth. Every morrow means morning time. Breathing means, as you are seeing in this picture, a band made up of flowers. Breathing means woven, a flowery band to wind us to the earth. Here the poet says that every morning if we wear a flowery band on our head, it connects us with the nature, it binds us to the earth. Spite of despondence of the inhuman dearth of noble natures of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways made for our searching. Despondence means dejection, loss of hope. The earth is also having the same meaning, disappointment. Gloomy means sad days. So here the poet want to say is that the poet sees life as a struggle where man often suffers pain, loss of hope, rejection. So these suffering, rejection which man experience at various stages of life, and there is inhuman dearth of noble natures, because man is inherently selfish. There are only a few who possess nobility of character and rise above, showing differences like others. So there is a loss of hope, and not so many persons are noble here, with noble natures are here. And gloomy days, when he is talking about sad days, the days when we are suffering from some pain. Of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways, when we are unhealthy and when there is darkness on our ways, means we are suffering from darkness. When our life is directionless and made for our searching, then these beautiful sights made the way for our searching, makes way for hope. So here the poet is saying that during the time of hopelessness, rejection by society, and sad days, unhealthy, over darkened ways, these beautiful things gives us way to do something, provide us a direction. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. In the sight of beauty, that removes the darkness of gloom from our souls, saves it from being directionless, and makes way for hope. So it move away from pale. Pale means sadness. So it gives shapes of beauty. It removes dark spirits from our body. Such the sun, the moon, trees, old, young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep. Here the poet is saying that as like he is giving the example of the sun, the moon, trees, old and young sprouting a shady boon. That the sun, the moon, the old and the young trees that provide the blessing of a shady rest place for the sheep of God, means humans. Here sheep of God, simple sheep is compared as humans. He also cites the example of eternal beauty as seen in daffodils, which we read further. So here the poet is talking about the sun, the moon, trees, young and shady trees which give shelter to sheep. Sheep is here compared to man. And such are daffodils with the green word they live in and clear rills that for themselves a cool covert make against the hot season the midst forest break. The poet also gives the example of daffodils which live surrounded by the splendor of green plants. Here we are seeing daffodils. Daffodils are surrounded by green plants. Then the poet moved towards clear rills. Rills means small rivers with clear water. Here you can see in this picture that for themselves a cool covert make. Cool covert make means they are providing coolness to the bushes in the hot season. So here the poet draws our attention to the small rivers with clear water that cool the bushy plants in the hot season. Against the hot season, the midst forest break. Rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blossoms. Here, these four lines I will explain to you. Against the hot season. Here, the point reminds us of the beauty of the thick ferns found in the forest. Thick ferns means small plants that found in forest which has fragrance like flowers, rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose bloom. As roses bloom, it gives us fragrance of roses. These ordinary things to have the potential to lift the human spirit and fill it with pure joy. Here the poet wants to say that the daffodils are always covered with green plants and the small rivers also cool down the surrounding area, and the small plants in the forest also give us happiness which sprinkle the whole environment as like roses blooms. And such too is the grandeur of the dooms, all lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring onto us from the heaven's brink. So here the poet now remind us that the beauty is also found in the legends, the warriors, the soldiers that we have seen or read in tales that sacrifice their life. The stories that are heard or read in praise of those brave hearts who sacrifice their lives for a noble cause also make us feel happy. These wonderful tales inspire us. In the concluding lines, the poet compares this form of supernatural beauty to a eternal fountain, that is a source of the drink of immorality. It is like a gift that is being poured on us from the corner of heaven. This blessed nectar or water is a source of unending peace, happiness, pleasure, and delight, enabling us with the strength to fight with the odds of life. So, here that poet is talking about an immortal drink that is coming from endless fountain, means that is coming from heaven, that give us only on happiness, delightfulness. So, this is your poem. I think every point is clear to all of you. So, in this poem, we have read out that the beautiful things gives us happiness. As we are talking about the flowery band, the trees, the sun, the moon, the shady moon, and the daffodils, the rivers, small rivers, or the warriors. All these things gives us happiness when we feel sad or when we are in a gloom mood. I think it's clear to you. Thank you and have a great day.